Today I want to just do a quick little bit of research to show you some of the things that the Watchtower are doing. This is a really small thing in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it's important to point out because, you know, if you're reading Watchtower material on a regular basis, you're seeing all kinds of quotes from various external sources that have nothing to do with the Watchtower. And what's interesting is whenever you see those three little dots, the ellipsis, what you'll find is often in those quotes, if you go and look them up for yourself and you see them in the whole context, they don't say what the Watchtower claims they're saying. So this is my little example I want to show for one of them today. I think I'll probably do more of these in the future because there are so many of them. So this is from the online library, the official JW website, and the publication is called Blood Vital for Life, and you can look it up on their website, and I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this video. So what caught my eye was this little quote within the publication of Martin Luther. And you'll see there are several spots there where they've used the ellipsis. So I thought, hey, that's interesting. I'm going to look it up. And so I went and looked at the full quote. You can find that online again. Look at the bottom of the video there and you can see a link to read the fuller context. So what the Watchtower is basically doing is they're using Martin Luther to suggest that he was also against blood in the same way that the Watchtower is. They're not exactly saying that, but they're kind of hinting at it, which is why they would quote him to begin with. But what's interesting is here I've got a little quote. It's a broader text there, so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. And in fact, if you read even more of it in the link, you'll see that what's going on there is Martin Luther is actually condemning this Judaizer kind of mentality that was going on. And so he's actually saying the exact opposite of what the Watchtower is claiming. He's actually condemning this whole extreme legalistic restriction on blood that the Jews were doing of that day. And that was something that they were dealing with in their culture in Germany at the time. So it's completely the opposite. And the reason I want to point this out, again, like I said, it's one little quote. It's not a big thing. It's just in one of those little quote boxes. But it's the Watchtower doing some more twisting that if you actually look up those quotes for yourself, which I've been doing lately, you'll find many of them are just saying the exact opposite or close to the opposite of what the Watchtower wants you to think. They're trying to use them to back up their point, but they're doing it dishonestly. So I encourage you, if you're a Jehovah's Witness or if you're interested in joining the witnesses, to start doing that. When you see quotes from external sources, look them up. Some of them might be correct, but a lot of them are not. And if you look at the last video that I did on Robert Sorenko, then you'll see where the Watchtower loves to quote from the New Catholic Encyclopedia with all the ellipsis marks all over the place and trying to make the NCE say the opposite of what they were actually saying in context. So that's a bigger one because I hear Jehovah's Witnesses actually quoting that and using it. So this is just another small example, and as I find more of these and show you them, then hopefully you can kind of look at them all together and see why this is kind of a big problem and it's very dishonest of them. If they're claiming to be the truth and to have the truth and to have you in the truth, then why are they lying?